Welcome everybody to another episode of the Good Game Pods. I'm your host Sam Rainima. Joining me today is Jared Cannon. We're going to be just touching on the PNG Chiefs marquee signing with Jarome Luai, especially with Jared being a Tigers fan. It'd be good to get his perspective on the whole thing. Also, we'll be going through our New South Wales squads. We'll be naming our teams, and hopefully we don't put the mock on any players and they come out injured after this week's games. And also, we'll just be going through the round 9 reviews. Obviously, some big scoring games over there, and giving you our hot tips for round 10. Without much further ado, let's kick this thing off. Oh, good, mate. Thanks for jumping on the pods again, Jared. I know we made an attempt before, and it kind of, it failed. I explained already to everyone in the last episode. Obviously, all the things that we were facing as a family. You knew Noah as well. So, we attempted to film an episode a couple of weeks ago, and that failed. Maybe it was God trying to tell us, take a break. But thanks for jumping back on, bro.
No worries, mate. Yeah, thanks for having us again. It's good to be back on, and let's have a chat about some footy, eh?
Yeah, man. We've got a lot to talk about. Obviously, first cab off the rank is the big news that was reported last week about Jarome Luai signing with the PNG Chiefs. This is good timing because Jared just happens to be a Tigers supporter, so it's good to get the Tigers fans
we're grieving.
Perspective off the bat. Can't speak English today. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, bro. What do you think of it all?
Oh, mate, first sort of thought is, we're building something at the Tigers, and he's obviously leading that and a big part of that. So it's a bit of a shame that, he'll be going, because I think we're sort of building this year and obviously into next year, and then you start to see some really good results after that. But, mate, I can't blame him. As a family man, as a you only got a certain amount of time playing the game, so you got to jump at those opportunities when you can. So as a Tigers fan, a bit sad. But we've got a couple of guys there that, coming through that are going to fill the void. Latu Fainu, he's a couple of years off. He's best, I reckon, but he'll be one of the ones
big raps on him. I actually think he's actually starting to fill out a little bit. But but, man, if I don't know if you can remember, what did you think, or how did you feel when you first heard that Luai signed with the Tigers when he left the Panthers? What was your initial thought at that time?
No, it's exciting because you got a player of that caliber, and all his connections that he's got across the game. So him and Benji have been obviously two of the reasons that a lot of players have come to the Tigers, and that we've improved so much. And they talk about all the standards they're setting. You can see that in the way that they play. The changes that have happened over the last couple of years, you've gone from, wooden spooners 3 years in a row to just outside the 8 last year, and you would like to think they'd make the 8 this year if they got all the boys on the park. So such a big change in short amount of time, and coincided with the timing that he arrived last year at the club.
He's definitely, obviously I know the Tigers were signing a lot of ex-Panthers players. They signed a few, right? But it wasn't until he came that things actually changed. From what I hear, he's just got this, he's good for he's good, he's good at setting standards and the culture and things like that. And that's one thing, I kind of picked up on his game. I just remember, I know a lot of people see him as that attacking weapon, but I've seen him it was probably at the Panthers when you see him blow up defensive, when people miss the defensive assignments, and it was he wasn't he wasn't shy
Yeah.
to let players know. You know, I don't know if you remember. Like there was the one time he gave it to James Salmon.
Yeah, he pushed him. Yeah, he shoved him and said, "Mate, that's what you need in a team." That's where, like you talk about. You listen to the Dogs when they were during the early 2000s, the Dogs of War, and that they had high standards. They trained the house down, and they kept everyone like the Roosters when they going through their really successful periods because of those high standards. You got people in the team willing to call each other out and hold them to account. It's when you've got that weak leadership in a team or low standards or people just letting things go that's when the performances suffer. So.
Well, as much as he kind of like, sometimes they could have come across as, they're just having fun and joking around him, but they're quite, when the lights come on, man, they're quite professional.
When they cross the line, they switch.
Yeah, they want to win. They want to win. And it doesn't matter who they're playing. They believe that they can beat them. Man. So, it was kind of interesting. I guess like some people were trying to point out his comments about Galvin. Last year when it's like team first, and he made comments about him being a Tiger for life. This and that.
I saw a few of those videos.
Yeah, did you actually felt were you angry at all when you first heard the news, or were you like just accepted it, happy for him?
Oh, look, he made those comments, "I'm here for life," when that situation or that opportunity wasn't presented. You got to, as I said, they're 10, 15 years.
If you're elite, even at the elite level,
and to be able to go for that opportunity, and it's not like he just did it behind closed doors. He had, Benji said it. He goes, he went with our blessing. Like, I'm sure if Benji said, "Nah, mate, like, we need you here," he would have maybe. I would like to think he would have had second thoughts about it, but said, "Mate, you've set the standard here. You've set a bit of a framework we can work from. Go explore those opportunities because." You don't really get those. Like he'll retire and regret that. He could potentially regret that, And who cares if there's a couple of fans that aren't happy? When he goes home each day to his family, like and what he's created and the legacy. That's what's important, not. Yeah,
it's kind of a little bit. I see some mixed emotions. In the sense that, especially after we're gonna get into like the game against Cronulla. But, it probably wasn't good timing to kind of have a performance like that, especially after such a crazy week. Because they can, obviously, the way fans are, they just all get onto the comment section and start having...
It's easy. Low-hanging fruit. But, that Tigers, the game on the weekend, look, if you watch the game closely, he held his own on his side. And in defence, unfortunately, all the tries come down the other side and... we just had a couple of inexperienced guys and a lot of our sort of regular guys out, and you lose Dewey and to add to that, and then the amount of drop balls we had, you're not going to, like 3 tackles in the second half over their 50.
Yeah, you were just defending, But we'll get to the game.
Sorry. Jumping the gun,
mate. But you know what, I guess some positive
Yeah.
news, even though I think for the most part, actually, there are a lot of fans that are just happy for him, because again, people question the clauses that he had in his contract, but if it wasn't for those clauses, he wouldn't have came to the Tigers in the first place.
True. Yeah.
So and he's left. If he was to leave tomorrow, he left the club in a better place.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Much better place.
But. I guess as even though there's Tigers fans that may be disappointed out there, it's good to hear the May brothers re-sign to 2030. I think it was.
Yeah.
Jarome Buller's pretty close to signing.
Yeah.
I mentioned this in last week's episode about like I guess the silver lining is that frees up cash to upgrade players like Jarome. Yeah, exactly.
The boys just said, "You going, Jarome?" Yeah, no worries. Hey, get my manager in there. Just Get the top up, but
do you think PNG have an unfair advantage with the way
tax free?
Yeah, tax free.
Yeah. No, I think they got to, they should have given that. No, it's hard. But the Bears needed some sort of, because they're coming in at the same time. If they were coming in by themselves, because that's how you make the comparison. Then I suppose those two teams coming in, and that's a stark difference, I suppose, in terms of how you can recruit players. But I think in terms of, hopefully it's only for a certain number of years where they've got this advantage. And
it's 10 years.
Oh, it's 10 years.
It's 10 years. Yeah, the tax-free. It's only a 10-year deal. I think the aim is by the end of the 10 years that about 75% is local talent. I don't think they would have got away with a tax-free deal with the Bears, but they should have given them more money in the cap for 5 years or something. Like at least an extra 50% or something.
They put a team together that's going to be competitive, but they're not going to have. They haven't signed any like Jarome Luai superstars. They're going to attract more players over there. So
as far as I know, I think they've only got 18 players. So it's usually a 30-man squad.
Yep.
Which I think they should actually increase it.
Yeah.
Because of the 6-man bench.
Yeah.
They should. It should be like a 35 players for the top squad. That's my opinion, anyway. But yeah, I don't because the tax break was a kind of geopolitical thing. I mean, they wanted to cut this deal with PNG to improve our relations with them.
Yeah,
because that get into we're into politics and stuff.
Just thanks
elbow. Just to obviously stave off a threat from Asia and that. But, it's only 10 years, so I know everyone's getting,
that'll go quick.
Yeah.
And then all of us,
exactly.
They'll be all forgotten. Water under the bridge.
Exactly. But, there are nervous NRL clubs. You hear, I don't know if you've heard interviews from Isaiah Yeo.
Yeah.
He's open to, testing the market. Yeah. That's crazy.
But even using them as a leveraging tool when they're negotiating. We've got the PNG there. I can, but I'm sure he probably wants to stay in Penrith for it. Got young kids and family there, and if you're not willing to uproot and go somewhere,
but in saying that, because everyone automatically thinks when he makes comments like that, he's talking about PNG.
No, it could be anywhere.
Maybe he's talking about the Bears.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why? If he's so open to it, why does it have to be PNG because of the tax free? Maybe it's the Bears. Because he's a country guy anyway.
Yeah.
He's from the country, Yeah. He's a little bit slower over there, in pace.
Yeah, he's not slower,
No, they're not slow. He's not slow. He's definitely not slow, no. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But he, I think for the game, all clubs, I know they're going to feel like a bit of an unfair advantage, but we need to, if we want to expand, we need to come together and for the good of the game and say, well, we need to give a few advantages to these teams, these clubs that otherwise wouldn't have had that advantage.
They should have definitely, I think, at least given them 5 years or something like that, just a extra compensation with their salary cap. But the PNG deal is very unique because that's a political move as well. So it's not very often are we gonna, set up new NRL teams and where there's kind of invested interest from the Australian government. But it's kind of interesting. I know there's a lot of nervous NRL clubs, but it's not for everyone either. He's been open by sharing that, his background as a Pacific Islander connect with the PNG people. Not everyone's gonna feel that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. I also do think Luai needs a dominant halfback.
Yeah.
So.
I said this.
I
said this last week that he's not necessarily someone that could carry a team to a premiership, but he can definitely be a very important part. He can develop, establish culture, set standards,
bring them all together, bring a group together.
But he will attract. He will attract.
Yeah, he will.
You just think about all the teams that he's been. The Samoan team, New South Wales. He's got a lot of connections. He's very influential, and I think he's just going to leverage that over the next 12 months. And
well, it's a great first signing. Obviously, like you said, you would have preferred for him to stay at the Tigers, but you do have a lot of players coming through, Fainu, and there's another one that was a young one that they were talking about.
Haywood.
No, he's a hooker.
Jared Haywood.
Haywood. He's a hooker. I think he might be a hooker, but
he's a machine.
Saints boy.
Jovan. Oh man. Anyway,
Joe Lennon.
Shout
out
to the Lennons. But it's it was kind of like, I guess, and I've been close to Michael Chamis, the general manager. Like I've followed his work as a journalist.
I thought you would say I'm close to him.
No. I've actually he was the leading journalist. He was, because just before he took up that role, Buzz Rothfield retired, and Buzz was considered like the number one sports journalist, rugby league journalist. He would have taken that mantle.
Yeah, right.
He literally retired in the same week. Like he stepped down as a journalist in the same week. But he would have been the next.
He seems to have a really good relationship with a lot of players, and
yeah. Well, he's the one that originally broke Jarome Luai's contract conditions. He broke that story, so he knew the conditions of the contract, which is why he approached him. He knew very well that the April 30th was the cutoff date, because he was the journalist that broke it. Some of the benefits of him,
he's playing chess.
While everyone is playing checkers. Well, interesting. Happy for the PNG brothers, all the ballers over there, and looking forward. They're going to have a competitive side, man. Coming.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Yeah,
have you ever played against many?
PNG? PNG. We had one guy come over from Goroka when I was at Windsor. And he was just
a rock.
He was a rocker. He was on the wing and he just scored some freakish tries.
Wow.
I took him to training a few times.
From where?
Goroka.
The country?
Yeah, Highlands. Highlands of PNG,
okay.
Just some of the stories he had about like playing grand finals against another town and they were winning and the other team brought out all these machetes and and surrounded the field and wouldn't let them leave. No.
That's why it's tax-free money, guys. That's why it's tax-free money.
Mate, I'll tell you, like the security better be good on the field. Like if they decide to get on there,
they are a little bit obsessed over rugby league, man, over there. But again, a lot of the things that I'm hearing is that they're using the sport to keep kids in school as well. Because I think there's like a 65% of the population can't read or write, and obviously school attendance. So to play, you have to come to school. You have to attend school. So
that's good.
Hopefully, it benefits them in that way.
Positive influence.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, they're rock hard, man. The PNG, man. They're just it's come. Oh man! All right, on the agenda, we're like couple of weeks out, we're gonna name our New South Wales squads, which is like a poison chalice at the moment because everyone is naming their squads and everyone's getting injured. And and I can understand now because Phil Gould has always been very passionate about not naming Origin sides, and he's always shied away from that question. And he's like, you don't know, you get away. And a lot of times I step back and be like, just play the game, man. But this year, I can see why. We've got a lot of players missing, and even I even put a side together, and then after some of the performances in the games on the weekend, I was just like, okay, scribble. Yeah, so. Bro, let's go through your New South Wales squad. And
talking about scribbling out names, I was watching the Tigers game, obviously, and Fanua Blake, I had him in the team, but then I scribbled his name out in my mind because even the commentators brought up he had like only a couple of runs and not for much. And then the next run he ran like 20 metres and stepped, had a bit of footwork, and then you think, he's got it in him. So I think he'd be a good addition. But my team, Edwards at the back, To'o, Casey McLean on the wing, bring him up, blood the young fella. I just reckon he's a freak of an athlete. He can play anywhere in that back line. Mitchell and Crichton in the centres. Mitch Moses and Cleary in the halves. Mitch Moses just edged out Luai because of his kicking game. I just think
we need that.
And he has a good running game as well. But Mitch Barnett hasn't played a lot, but if he's fit, I'd have him in the front row with Payne Haas. Reece Robson, I gave him the hooking role, but only not to play 80. I reckon you get him out there for the first 20. He's solid in defence. And then bring Appy on as a 14, bring him on back into the half. Cause a bit of damage. Cam Murray, second row. Liam Martin, back row. Yo, obviously. And then Appy on the bench. Adam Fanua-Blake, Crichton, Angus Crichton. Jackson Ford. He's been playing really. He's earned his spot.
Can play 80 minutes too.
And then 18, 19. So Hudson Young, Jarome Luai, and Tedesco.
Teddy on the bench. Some people were like, that's disrespectful. You can't put Teddy on a bench and not play him. Yeah,
you can.
But I can get it. They're like, why would you do that to him?
But then his influence in the team, he's been there, done it. And I know a lot of these guys have been there and done it, but just being part of the group, he's obviously a great leader.
Who would you put for Payne Haas instead of Payne Haas? Because he looks like he's probably going to be injured for game one. Game one. I don't think he'll make it back in time.
Well, I don't think I'd start Fanua-Blake, to be honest. So I'd keep him on the bench. Like, I reckon his late footwork and stuff later in the halves would be better. It's a good question, actually. I haven't really thought about that.
I want to try to remember.
Menu's been very quiet this year.
Yeah, he has. I don't think he's going to have that same impact.
Who would you put? Who's your front row?
So, I'll go through my side. I'm going to try to remember the side because it's on my phone and we're using my phone's kind of taken up. So, all right. Number 1. Teddy.
Yeah,
I love Teddy, man. I love Teddy.
Camden.
I love Teddy but the thing is, I think it's like it's a photo finish between those two. It just depends what style you want to play.
They bring a little bit different.
Yeah, they're totally different. Depends on what style. Personally, my personal preference is Teddy because we lost last year. I don't think anyone's entitled to the whole incumbent thing. I think we've lost, maybe 2 of the last year or something like that. Like, I think it's the whole incumbent thing. Like, Teddy's killing it. It depends also how they're gonna officiate the game.
Yeah.
So if it's gonna be like the 60 games and everything like that, like Teddy, I think that's better for Teddy.
Yeah.
So Teddy, fullback, winger To'o. I had Kohler until last night's game when he dropped how many bombs, man. That disappointed me.
Too many errors for Origin.
I'm gonna still stick with Kohler.
The speed.
Despite the fact that last night's game turned me off because he dropped the other balls, albeit he won't take as many bombs, but he's on the wing. So, but McLean would be my backup there. I'd have to go Mitchell. Mitchell, Crichton, Mitchell Moses, Cleary, but I would even consider putting Cleary 5'8" and Mitchell Moses 7.
Yeah.
Mitchell Moses has to do majority of the general kicking. I don't care. Nathan's gone.
Yeah.
But he's got 15-20 meters on his boot, which is a cheat code in Origin. It's a cheat code. Bro, like,
especially coming out of your end. Like, Cherry Evans has been great for Queensland for so many years because he just kept getting them out of trouble.
Exactly. And one of the reasons why I would go Teddy as well, because I think I would prefer not to have too many Penrith players, because when they're under pressure, their default is Penrith ball. And Penrith ball doesn't suit Origin. Which is why, so my front rowers, right, would, even though they're going bad, I would still pick Stefano.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because I've seen him take some serious, I've seen him like still play hard.
Yeah.
Like in a losing side, he's still going hard. My other front row, I would put Isaiah in the front row.
Yeah.
Because at least if you put him in the front row, he has that number 10 or number 8 jersey.
He's in the middle anyway.
Yeah, but he won't think about passing. Just tuck the ball in because he's a great runner.
Yeah.
He's a great runner, man. And I've said this for years. I'm not a fan of a ball playing lock. Like if you look at Queensland sides, they never have a ball playing lock, man. They never have a ball playing. You need 5 runners.
Yeah, you're
get
right.
the ball out. Get the ball out. 5 hard runners. That's what your 7
You don't have
sixes
time.
are there
You don't
for.
have time for a forward because they're already coming up quick.
Exactly.
They take.
And what if you actually see when they're under pressure and they have no answers, Nathan actually reverts to Azalea too much. He'll give inside balls like they go Penrith balls.
Safety blanket. Yeah.
And so I would actually go Isaiah because I think he's a very underrated. When he plays front row, when he played lock and tuck the ball in. But I think putting him in the front row, and then you can always drop him to the back row.
That's right. Yeah.
You can always drop him to the back row
because we've got so many back rowers that could start really and locks. So who you got in the back row?
I would go Hudson Young, and I'd probably go Angus Crichton.
Why not?
But they play on the same side.
Why not Martin? Or come off
I
the
think
bench?
he's a little bit, I think he's like on and off injured. If he was fully fit, but I have my doubts over whether he can last the game.
The last couple of years, the way he's treated his body,
Yeah, exactly.
he's a weapon.
I will go Hudson Young, but they play on the same side, so that's an issue. But I'm just going to pick those 2.
Yeah.
And then Cameron Murray at lock. On the bench, I would go...
Who's your hooker?
Oh, my hooker. Oh, sorry. Robson.
Yeah.
I'll go Robson, yeah. I would carry...
As an 80-minute player? Or?
I would get, probably Appy on. Yeah. You need 2 hookers. You need to have 2 hookers on that bench. Because Robson could even drop back to the back row too. He's tough enough to play in the back row. He can when he plays. I have a feeling if he plays in the back row, he'll be like a Ruben Cotter type player.
Yeah.
And then you got so on the bench, Barnett, Olakwatu.
No. Yeah.
He's powerful.
Huh?
He's powerful.
Yeah, Olakwatu. Man, I can't remember who I had on my bench.
Ford.
Maybe Ford. I did have Ford. And I feel like we're lacking a bit of aggression.
Yeah.
I would pick Victor Radley.
Oh, yeah.
I'd go Radley, man. Take some heads off when he comes on.
He won't be out there long, but
I think it's time, bro. We need his aggression.
Unleash him.
Yeah, we need some of that. And so that's my side. But I would play Isaiah. I would get Mitchell Moses to get a lot of the long kicking game.
Yeah.
He should just do that, bro, because he's that kicking. It's like it's just wasted. It's such a cheat code, bro. When they're pinning us down in our 20 and he can boot it to the next 20, like that's a cheat code, bro.
Yeah, you need that. You need to be able to that field position in Origin. It's wherever you play, whoever you're playing. That's who's going to win the game. Whoever plays in the other end. So,
who would you?
Is Radley eligible?
Yeah, he's eligible. Because they changed the rules. They changed the rules.
Okay, yeah.
He was born in Israel, even though he played for England. Yeah. They changed the rules, but we need. He's playing good. I think he's playing good at the Roosters. Aggressive, but we need that, especially when we don't have much punch. With Huss, most likely to miss out at least game 1. But yeah, all right. I'm going to clip that. Tell us what you think of all our choices. I actually think there's also players coming up. Like I think Katoni Staggs was actually in the conversation as well. He plays right centre, so if Crichton, if the Doggies still don't do well, like he was up there.
Yeah, definitely.
But
he wouldn't he wouldn't be out of place. Obviously, he's a world class centre, but you just can't get. And then Tommy Travojevic, if he was fit firing, like you put him in there somewhere on the wing,
100%. Yeah.
But I think Casey McLean. I just think. The way look how many tries Milky scored this year, and some of them been off kicks, but a lot of them been off the work that Casey McLean's done. He's just a freak of an athlete, and I think the earlier we can get him in there around those squad, the better. Even if he's 18, 19, 20.
Yeah. Well, one day you may even have Casey McLean and Kohler on 2 wings. Imagine how much speed with there. But I think
Macassini too. Shout out to the Tigers boys. He'll come. He'll be up there one day.
Yeah, well, it's Origins around the corner, and hopefully we haven't put the mark on anyone and get injured, man, because it is still early days. I do believe that fullback position, The number 9 position is kind of like a 50-50.
Well, it's
Depends
how
on
they
which
want
way
to play.
Yeah, exactly.
What Daly wants to do, I suppose. That's how he's probably going to pick the team. But like Dylan Edwards, for me, he's like an extra, like and tall, but he does usually most sets he'll hit it up on the last or the fourth or the fifth.
Yeah.
Get that quick play of the ball, and then the kicker's kicking on the front foot.
Yeah,
like he's just that solid. And
well, I don't think they'll either of them will let you down.
Nah,
for sure.
definitely not.
It's crazy when they're talking about the desk and sometimes they say, "Oh, career best form." It's like, bro, 33, man, it's crazy.
Yeah. Good on him.
But man, exciting. Origin is just around the corner, and we'll see how we go, man. Well, hopefully we'll again clip that, and we'll see how many we get right.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. But yeah, we're just gonna quickly go through the review of the last round, first game on Thursday. Oh, it was actually Friday night. Shout out to the New South Wales women's team.
Yeah.
Good game.
First win up in Newcastle.
It's crazy how it's like the first game of the season is a State of Origin game. I don't know, it's really crazy. I was telling Elijah, man, I love watching the women's game because like on the socials and all, and all that interviews, they're all like, they're all like girly, and they get on that field, man, and they're just like smashing.
It reminds me, the game's sort of like a bit less structured, sort of like league was in the 90s, like a bit more like that. So
no wrestle at all.
But every year they get better and better, mate. So it's better it's much, more
double the football, bro. Double the
entertaining to watch. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, don't worry, NRLW. One day we'll talk more about that content probably down the road. But I guess the first game on Friday night was Bulldogs versus the Cowboys. Cowboys got up 28-12. Man, Bulldogs, bro. The Bulldogs are like the Storm. And just you keep thinking, "Oh, this is the week," and you tip them, and they let you down, man. But
I said it at the start of the year. After that, they played in Vegas, against the Dragons. Dragons look good against them, and we can see what the Dragons have done now. But I don't know what the go is there. Like Galvin's got some good connections with Preston, like when he hits good lines. Crichton's obviously just a great leader, and whatever he does is solid, but it just doesn't come together for him. I don't know. Their forwards aren't going forward, setting a platform, and they miss Marnie.
Which was ironic because Marnie probably was the best player
difference.
there. He was a difference, So
made his service out of dummy half, and his defence.
He's strong.
I know, and he was
57 tackles.
Yeah.
The thing is, they've put all their eggs in the basket. They just believe that Haywood's the answer. But
he might be in a couple of years.
Yeah,
but not right now.
But the thing is, Haywood's style, I feel like it was more like it's more like Smith in the sense that that doesn't run much, just distributes the ball. But the game's changing, man. I think the new rules is bringing back that running hooker.
Yeah. You got to be able to look up, get a 6 again, markers are down, and just have eyes ready to go. They're the hookers that are going to make a big impact.
Yep. It's just I just can't believe how well the Bulldogs were going last year before this whole Galvin drama, and it's just and you think they kind of fell off a little bit, and then you think they'd have a good off season and then just come back better, But it's not only the Galvin situation. I think a lot of coaches have missed the jump on the new rules.
Yeah,
I think a lot of teams might, you see a big difference once they realise how to have a year under their belt, go back in the off season. Like I don't think Melbourne are going to have the same season next year. Personally, I think Bellamy will figure it out. Despite all the health
doesn't
issues
matter what team you are, but if you're Penrith, the Bulldogs beat Penrith, because they held the ball and they got their momentum,
completion rate,
and then they completed. That night Penrich were off, and then they started chasing points against the clock, and then they started making more errors, and then they found themselves on the wrong end of the scoreboard.
Well, that's the like you said, like that game against Penrith, everyone thought, oh, here we go, top 4 contender, and then they lost to Para, then they who did they lose to last week? Broncos. They got pumped by Broncos, and then now there's 3 losses in a row. And I think Penrith completed at 65% against the Doggies. So again, that game was just as much about Penrith playing bad.
But don't take it away from the Cowboys. The Cowboys are a good team.
Oh yeah, no, great.
They just got to put it all together themselves, and they seem to the last couple of 4 or 5 weeks. They've Drinkwater's on fire. Clifford's going well. They've got some good outside backs. Jackson Purdue's lightning fast. Even Chest on the other side, he's good. He's quick, backing up.
Well, I think you can see very clearly that the Cowboys adjusted pretty quickly. They had a poor start to the year,
and Tigers beat them. They were terrible.
Yeah.
You think the Cowboys look like a genuine top 8?
Yeah, top 8.
Cowboys.
Yeah, around 7th, 8, maybe. 7th, 8, 7th, 8. Like Tomalolo's reinvented himself.
Great form,
as a front rower. And then, they've blooded.
I just like Cotter, mate. He's a machine,
Yeah.
He just goes all day.
I think, I didn't think they didn't lose too much with losing Robson. I think, Marnie was a good pickup.
Oh, yeah. I think they gained, mate. They gained a good kicking game.
Jake Clifford's playing good too. He had a bit of a shocker with the boot, I think. But
And Dearden, the one that ties it all together.
Yeah.
He's just a competitor, isn't he? He just doesn't stop.
They're doing good. I like Thomas McKaylee too. He's coming good off the bench.
Career best form.
Yeah, he's actually like.
I hope he gets a try soon. He's been over a couple of times. He keeps getting denied. His first try. Wish he did that at the Tigers.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if the Bulldogs bounce back. But it's like a lot of these teams. Like our next game, Dolphins 28 beat the Storm 10. Everyone had the Doggies and the Storm in their top 8.
Yeah.
I don't think this is the year for the Storm.
Jerome didn't.
Well, Jerome didn't. Which I thought I was a crazy take at the same time. But everyone's entitled to their opinions. But he had good valid points, and they all kind of have come to fruition. To be honest,
that's right. Yeah. So. That game, like the Dolphins are a great attacking team. But they defended well. Like I think Melbourne, like they tried as hard as they could. They've got a lot of effort there, but they're just making uncharacteristic mistakes, missed tackles that they don't usually make. Like it's just not them. So I mean, even. Like the hammer was in the bin for 10 minutes and they really didn't do anything with it. I know he's at fullback and doesn't.
Well, the only Failongo is like the only really threat that they have at the moment. Cameron Monster's looking.
He's trying as harder he tries, the less it works. It seems like. Or it's not happening for him. And same with Harry Grant. Like he's trying his backside off, but
it's just not gelling. But They are lacking a bit of depth. They are lacking experience as well. There's a lot of NRL games.
They're missing.
Have walked out that door. Yeah, Katoa. Right. From what I hear, bro, like Katoa, his football IQ is super high. Like he comes in and he like runs sessions and all that. Like, he's very very underrated. Like people rated him, but I don't think they realized how he kept his side locked down.
The other year when they played Penrith, they had Blaw playing gangbusters on one side and same as Katoa. They're missing Tui. They let go. Well, Welsh wasn't playing that well, and then Nelson's gone. Like they've lost a lot of players the last couple.
There's a lot of players have walked out the door, but Dolphins have been close or thereabouts in the last couple of games. They've just been losing their games, but they just.
I like Plath, mate. He's tough as nails. Donahue.
He might be we don't want to name Queensland sides, but he's a rough chance of being on that squad.
Oh, you wouldn't look out of place, mate. He's just. And Tommy Gilbert, like those sort of guys. Ray Stone, just no respect for his body. He just throws himself into tackles. Like
they, I think they'll be thereabouts, like around the 8th, between the 7th to 10th position this year.
And they got fast outside backs that know how to score tries.
I think Trey Fuller's still trying to figure out how to play centre. They're all trying to figure out that dynamic at the moment. But yeah, mate.
But I think Melbourne are gonna.
They're done.
Well,
I think round 10, man.
Tigers got a few out. They're playing this week.
No, I mean, but
for the season, like it's a bit hard to come back now. They'd have to go on a pretty good run
and they still got at least top 4 form for the rest.
They still got Origin
season
to get through.
Yeah, true,
you know what I mean? So they're going to lose a lot of their key players for that. All right, Titans. Raiders Titans. Raiders beat the Titans 28-12. Man, they played good. You know.
Bounced back from the week before.
Yeah, Titans. There was a try that Falmani dropped in the first 15 minutes, which could have changed it. You know what I mean? Because it kind of they scored a couple of tries back to back. Yeah. And I had him on my super coach too, and I was just when he dropped that ball, and then he grabbed his hand. I think his hammy or something. I was like, didn't want to fake an injury. Nah, he didn't. He got it strapped up. But it was one of those ones. Oh, your wingers.
Wingers.
one set,
boys.
One set, defend one set. You come in the middle.
Well, there must be they've got to be the most frustrating team to follow if you follow them. The Titans in the comp. Well, I tipped them on the weekend. I thought
I did
up there. They're starting to build a little bit. Maybe and Raiders don't have all their players there.
Yeah,
maybe
Hudson Young was out. I think Sanders maybe
and they just find ways to.
Sanders.
They find ways to lose. I think they just drop balls. Like poor old Josh Hannay. Every coach that's been there, they just. They pull their hair out like it's.
I'd have to give him 3 years, but it's like Gold Coast in general has always been seen as a. They're going good, I think, this year in the AFL. I can't remember. I don't know. The last time I checked a couple of weeks ago, they were all right. But it's just any franchise that has made an attempt to go to Gold Coast just haven't, Seagulls, Chargers, just, the Suns have
for some reason.
Even the Gold Coast soccer team or whatever it was, just never something about Gold Coast, man. Something about Gold Coast, but. I guess it's disappointing. Again, you just gotta. They're kind of rocks and diamonds.
Yeah.
You just gotta give them another. Well, I've always said when a new coach takes over, you gotta have at least 3 to 5 years. Let him clean out the roster. Let him bring up the juniors, blood the juniors, and then you have a fair idea. But, but the Raiders are back. The Raiders are they've got the potential.
Yeah.
But you just don't know what you're going to get. And when I actually tipped the Titans, because I was thinking to myself, Hudson Young is gone. And then when the game started, and I saw Simsangi playing, I was like, I forgot about him.
Yeah.
I was like, because he's just as good.
He's I think also because he was injured last week.
Yeah, I forgot. If I had thought, that's right, Simsangi is there. That was enough. Hudson Young is that good of a player. It makes a difference.
Sasangi's been playing lights out.
Yeah.
Great for Supercoach. Warriors smashed the Eels 36-14. The Warriors are just looking good. It was close for the first half. But then the Warriors just come away. They look fit, man.
Oh yeah.
The way they run away with it is obviously the conditioning kicks in. You can see the difference in their conditioning.
Yeah.
Because they're not only they're still thinking fast when they're playing. You know what I mean? It's because that was the knock on the Warriors back in the day. They could play for 60 minutes. Yeah. And then get gassed and make mistakes and all this sort of stuff. So it's the other way around.
They're in it to the end. And even the outside backs, I suppose, but Zelezniak, the way he brings the ball back, the way he runs the ball, he's just 100 miles an hour. Even Tuivasa-Sheck, he's getting a bit on now, but he made that break. He scored that try. Yeah. It's like somebody pressed R2 on the controller. He was that speed, eh? It just looked like a cheat mode.
Yeah.
And then it was so weird that one. He knocked over Albert Kelly. And then he gets up, and then Kelly comes back and tackles him over the try line. What are you doing, wingers, mate?
Yeah, man.
Fair income.
Yeah, they're good finishers. They're good finishers. Gonna miss RTS when he leaves the league, but
I like his little. A couple of weeks ago against Will Warbrick. Yeah.
Well, Metcalf was back. You gotta respect Webster and. The calls that he makes and his loyalty and just, sticking with people that have proven to do the job. Because Metcalf came back and he put him on the extended bench, because they got a good combination with Tanner Boyd and Tavita Harris. Harris Tavita. So Chanel Harris Tavita. They've got a good combination going, you know what I mean? So it would have been easy for a coach to be rushing back in the side.
There's those standards again, as a good team. earn your spot. Metcalf, like I know you've played good in the past, but you're not as good as your
he
last
played
game.
one good year.
That's, let's see. People build reputations on that.
Yeah.
But
the Warriors look the real deal, man. They've played some. It's again, they've played. That was the Eels, but. They're in it. They're completing high. Yeah, exactly.
Eels beat the Dogs aren't, but they beat the Dogs last week.
Yeah.
They got any team with Moses and got a half decent pack still there.
Yeah. And that's the thing about the Eels. I think on their best day, they can beat the Dogs.
That's right.
On their best day. But happy for the Warriors fans.
Yeah.
I'm actually happy. We got to probably go catch a Warriors game. Go see Marcel as well.
Yeah.
And go say, hey, what's up, bro?
I think on the Eels side of things, a highlight or a spotlight of a player for me was definitely that Ronald Volkman kid.
Yeah.
I think it was last year they were losing by a fair bit, but he just did a chase down from half the field. It was the end of the game, and he chased it down to deny a try. I was like, that's...
Yeah, there's been a bit of talk, because he come from the Warriors.
He was at the Warriors,
Dragons.
But he's from Australia,
Oh, is he?
He's from Australia originally, I think. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, sorry. Yeah.
Fact checkers, our listeners, our best resources.
Yeah.
But he was always talked up, but he sort of just hasn't.
Well, I think he got shown up a little bit in moments in defence. But he's definitely he's not the biggest 5'8", but halfback.
But errors again, though, making errors.
Yeah.
Just say Papa Lee dropped it from trying to pick it up from dummy half, and they scored next set. Like, you can't afford to do it. The team that makes the least amount of errors is usually
especially with the new rules and fatigue and balling play. You need to hold the ball.
I mean, it's the age-old. It's been the same for however long, but you hold the ball, and you're in their end. You're gonna score points. So.
I think I think it's much easier to punish you now, with the new quick rules the new rules. Roosters. This was a cracker of a game. I think they got out to a 30-0 lead. Roosters against the Broncos.
Yeah.
But the Broncos ended up clawing their way back. But the Roosters still won 38-24. The Roosters are starting to click.
Yeah.
They're starting to click, and I still don't think they're at their best. Like, I still feel like Robson's still figuring out how to play with Cherry Evans.
Oh, it's a big change in that spine.
Oh, yeah.
So it doesn't take... some teams take a whole year, and then the next year they look good. So, I mean, they don't really have that time with Cherry Evans. He's only there for a year, isn't he? Like, one more...
I think 1 year,
Yeah,
I think 1 year for now. I'm not sure if there's options in his contract.
Yeah.
But, they again, they got to a 30-0 lead. They did get run down. It's kind of interesting that the Broncos came back when Reynolds came off the field.
Oh, right.
There's something about
Reynolds.
There's something about
and Walsh.
when Walsh and Reynolds.
Yeah.
He's like unlocked.
Because even it's the other way around too. Like, Broncos do better when it's just Reynolds than Walsh is out. And then
There's too many
and
sheriffs.
the other way around, and there's but when they're together, there's just, I don't know what it is. Too many chefs in the kitchen, maybe. I'm not sure,
but it'd be interesting once Reynolds finishes up, and then, how many years has he got left?
This is his last year.
That's right. He retired.
Ben Hunt's putting his hand up, saying he can go another year.
Yeah,
I reckon low key Ben Hunt's probably trying to get Cameron Smith's record.
Oh, right.
The most games played.
Yeah, he's really...
He's up there. I think he's like 360, 70. Fact check.
Yeah.
But he's up there. If he plays another 2 seasons, and if he's fit enough to play,
50 odd games.
But it was obviously a high scoring game. We had a few high scoring games this weekend, but that was it had a semi final vibe to it. But some people, it's kind of a mixed.
It's always a big game.
Mixed response at the moment about people liking the high scoring games or the close games.
Well, Andrew John said it well. He's like, he'd rather see a high scoring game than a 8-6 slugfest.
Yeah.
I think you got to be a real. If we're trying to attract people to the game, they want to see tries.
Yeah,
I guess they want to see the winger in the corner diving, acrobatic. But for people's fans that have been watching it for a long time, if it's great defence.
But that's Andrew John. That's an immortal saying that, I guess. Yeah, all right for him because he's the one probably setting up. He probably didn't like the tackle.
Yeah,
even though
he was good at tackling,
best
mate.
defender. He's the best. He's the best.
I like what he said the other week.
Strongest halfback. What do you say? Like defensive halfback. The best by far.
I like his comments, like they sort of talking to him on 2GB and about Cade Reid making his debut for the Dragons, and they said, Joey, if you had some advice for Cade, what would it be? He goes, just
make your tackles.
Yeah, he goes, the first time that back row runs at you, get right under him, break his ribs, and just say, mate, don't come back here. It's going to happen. Like,
but that was all right for him to say because he tackled like a lot forward.
Yeah, but that's his advice, But I watched Cade, poor old Cade, mate. He's just,
it was a speed up.
Yeah,
he'll get better.
Definitely, mate. He'll get better. I've got him in my super.
Have you?
No, not super.
The Nearly Sports.
The other comp. Nice. That's it.
Talking about high scoring games, Knights. Oh, this was frustrating. 42 with the Rabbitohs 38. You tipped the Knights?
Yeah.
I think South completed like 55% in the first half, bro. So it wasn't, no surprise that they were getting pumped. I think 28-6 or whatever it was.
Any team with Ponga in it, mate. He's gonna.
Well, that's the thing. I think you can't take your foot off the pedal because you see where they're sitting on the ladder.
That's right.
It's so close. Competition is so close. And again, and I was thinking about this when I was thinking about this game in particular, and when I was thinking about teams and where they are on the ladder.
Yeah.
Full strength side during the game, you will struggle if you just find yourself behind the 8 ball, few 6 agains, and the full strength teams are struggling. So imagine you have a few injuries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You've got these rookies coming in, this and that. Of course, you're going to have blowouts and all that sorts of stuff. So, I feel like injuries play a massive, even more vital now, if you have players out. Because with the full strength side, it's hard to win a game because of the new rules. Everything's so fast. So, I feel like teams feel it more when they have key players.
But that South Knights game, defence was optional. They're good attacking teams, both teams. But as soon as someone got the ball down one end,
no one wants to take
it. It's and it was funny because I'm on KO with the whole family.
Yeah.
You can only have 2 devices at a time. So I was at home, put it on. I put it on and could watch 45 seconds and it goes off, and I'm like, by the time I put it back on. They scored again. I'm like, someone make a tackle. Honestly, mate, I just thought here's Newcastle's going to be 60-0, and then you turn it back on, and Johnson's, they get the first time they get the ball down there, or second try, whatever it was. He's going untouched in the corners. They just
man.
He wants to tackle.
It's the thing is it's almost. Well, I guess they're so confident with their attack that they can score at will that sometimes they just switch off. They did make a lot of errors, man. They didn't make it easy for themselves. Newcastle playing in front of their home crowd. Pumped. Probably the news that Ponga's signed again for the next another 3 years. All of this stuff, emotions running high. That's why I knew it was a danger game, just even before the ball was kicked off because of just the circumstances and everything around it. Us coming off a big win against Melbourne, so, it's very easy to get complacent thinking, we just smashed Melbourne. Yeah. It's like everyone smashed Melbourne.
I don't think either team could win a finals game defending like that.
No.
Oh, no. No way. No.
But the forwards did a great job for Knights.
I
said it a couple of weeks ago, but... They love Mooney up there. They love him. They named the bridge after him. But Dylan Lucas. Mate, I love him. He's a great player.
Oh, he's another man. Actually, he's a roughie for the Origin side, bro.
True.
If he can stay healthy and string together a couple of good games, actually, he's a good.
And you
option.
forget about Best, Bradley Best in the
centre. I rate Best big time.
Yeah, but just with the other guys that are available. He's just not quite there, but
I would definitely consider
down the track.
Yeah. I think Sharp, definitely.
I would consider a Stags over a Best.
Well, they play opposite sides anyway. So
true. Good point. Yeah.
But Yeah, just Newcastle. They have it in them. And they got a lot of players that came back from injury. So that's why I didn't read too much into last week's game. I forgot who they played, but they got pumped. But yeah, it was always a danger game, and looks like Jack Whiten might be on the sidelines for a bit. I didn't see if we can find out what was his injury. It looked like it was a wrist. It looked like a wrist or forearm.
I thought he was holding his elbow.
Could be his elbow.
It might have been popped
could be his shoulder. Could be his neck. Could be. I don't know. We just keep going.
I was trying to see what he was saying to the trainers.
He trying to lip read.
Hurts, bruh.
His arm, apparently.
Supporter, bruh. That's all I could read his lips.
Yeah. Well, it didn't look good, man. It didn't look good, and we kind of gave away a few tries while it took us time to adjust in that right centre position. And
he's fractured his forearm.
Sorry, Jared. Have to do it. Sharks 52, Tigers 10. You know, I guess everyone was just seeing what their response was going to be like after the Luai game signing. Wasn't too good.
When May went over, or Dewey went over, we lost him, but I thought, no, Madden's come on, he's been playing well. He will slot in there. And then, May went over, I thought, here we go, this is easy. But then just the way Iro was running against, and I thought Toa over the last couple of years, he gets a lot of good raps, especially on the Facebook channels. Yeah. But I always had that feeling like he's our best centre in a bad team, we're a bad team, you know. Yeah. So it's sort of sometimes he's a bit lazy. And I just thought on the weekend, like with Tino outside him as well, and then Tony Suka in the back row. That was his first game he started this year. He's been playing reserve grade, you know. You bring him straight in. Kai Pearce-Paul, he was a big loss. And then you got Hines, Teague Wilton, Kyle Lero, and they just had a field day, and both of them got hat tricks. So, and it was all down that side, I suppose. But the drop balls, again, stuff we haven't been doing this year, and that's why we've been successful. Trying to pop offloads coming out in, as you start to get behind on the scoreboard, and then the times, that's when you start to push those passes.
I think you got to have there's a style that they play, that expansive football, footwork, offloads, all that sort of stuff. I think you've also got to be able to adapt when that's not coming off. Yeah. Then you just default to just tough, gritty, tuck the ball in under your arm and just play. You know, you got to earn the right to get up the field and put your plays on.
They had to do so much work, mate. You look at the tackle counts. Everyone's all the forwards in the 50s. Tristan Hope, they were just spotting him up all day.
Yeah. Well, Uppy was a big I'm surprised. Yeah, I thought they would have maybe given the opportunity to that Jared Hayward. So, Sam Harris, is he Penrith?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. So. Big raps on him, man.
Yeah. So,
but it wasn't. It's probably again fuel to the fire with all the Luai signing, and then people are gonna be like, "Oh, this, that, blah blah blah."
I still think he tried, mate. He still had effort there. What do you expect him? You can't win the whole game for your forwards are got to be going forward. You got to be on the front foot. You can't keep dropping the ball and then go, it's because of the PNG signing.
Well, it's again, maybe some of the noise affected them, but I think they'll bounce back, man. Benji will just grill them this week. They'll have a tough week of training, and they'll come back stronger.
I just don't agree. A couple of weeks ago, they dropped Macassini after he dropped those two balls against the Broncos, and he was getting caned. He was the saviour at the start of the year, and he drops two balls, and one led to a try potentially, and it's got to drop him. He'll have to learn from that.
And they took on that other, what's his name, Tavana.
Tavana. Yeah, I think it was a very very rapid fire on Macassini for no reason.
Just a knee-jerk reaction, just to go.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. People are going to drop the ball. Confidence. If you can instill some confidence in him by going, mate, you learn from it. He won't do it again. We're going to back you. You're staying in this. You're in this team. You stay part of this team. But they just dropped him, so that would have.
Rocked his confidence.
I just got off the phone and rocked his confidence. I'm getting an inside word from the group. I felt sorry for him, man. You're 18, 19, 20 years old, and you're sort of it's quite public that no, we're dropping you because next time he plays, he's going to be thinking, I can't drop the ball, like in first grade.
He'll drop the ball.
Well, that's the way it is. Tino did it right. Like after he dropped a few, he started catching a few, which was good. But I mean, he's just got a extension on his contract. He had a good game a couple of weeks ago. The press is around him a little bit, saying, "Oh, wow, how good's he going?" He scored that try against the Knights. But hopefully no complacency sort of sneaking in there. But
I think there's that that no team's ever won the comp after losing by 50 or having 50 points. But I think that means nothing this year. I think it's in these rules, under these rules.
Right. It's got to be 70 now.
It's got to be like at least 60 this year.
But like Brayley was good. The way he uses his forwards.
Oh, man.
That's why
Brayley. Roger.
I don't know. I left him out, but I thought about him. But
I've always been a big fan of Brayley, actually. I thought,
defensively, but I don't know. I'm not sold on him defensively. Whereas in Origin, I think it's more important, especially early on, to win those tackles, and that's where Robson's got the edge on him.
Watch this. Maybe if Up is not available, he could get that. He could be on the bench.
Yeah, he wouldn't be. It wouldn't be a bad thing, but just.
This was my actual favorite game, the last game of the round. Panthers 18, Sea Eagles 16.
Yeah,
this
nice
was
close. Yeah.
Talking about high scoring games. This was it was kind of high, but it was end to end. Sea Eagles. I don't know. Did you post that clip yet with the Manly? Okay, you're gonna post it tonight.
Yeah.
All right. There's a clip he's posting tonight. I actually believe if Sea Eagles keep winning and they're around the 5th, 6th, maybe even 7th position, when Turbo comes back, they could make a late run and finish as high as 4th. I believe they can with the team.
I thought you were going to say they can win the comp.
Oh, no, well, at least finish 4th.
Yeah.
At least finish 4th.
If they play their absolute best.
As they play their absolute best, no one gets injured. Turbo comes back, doesn't do another hamstring for the rest of the year.
I think Foreign's done an absolute 180 turnaround.
Oh, yeah, man. That's right. Because I was hearing today that there are a lot of people were talking about, the old boys they prefer Ballon. They want a Ballon in, eventually. But I think they're starting to second guess themselves now that we see Foreign and what he's done.
Yeah.
And but like it was a great game. It was a great game. A few controversial decisions.
Yeah.
But tell me about it.
But Manly, I don't know. I think they're the real deal. I don't think it's a fluke. I think they could have won that game. I think they got to the lead. Maybe it was 16-14 or 16-12, and then they made a mistake off the kickoff, and then they scored.
And then Isaac Tongo scored through for a short.
Yeah.
I feel sorry, not sorry so much, but for Seabold, like at the start of the year,
You feel sorry? I don't feel sorry for him at all.
Not sorry for him, but in terms of Foreign's taken the team, of course. It's the same players. Yeah. They did a whole off-season with Seabold. They've been there for a couple of years with Seabold, and he's just either that just gave him a rev up, or they just did something that just clicked.
I think they've changed their style. You know what? In saying that, I think they would have won if Fogarty was there. That's the crazy thing. Fogarty was there. Trebojevic was healthy. Oh, but then you can say Liam Martin was missing. Yeah, okay. But if at least Fogarty, I didn't realize he must have got injured in the warm up or something. I don't know what happened. Fogarty?
He was injured from last game.
Oh, so Walsh was always going to play.
He was always going.
Oh, okay. I thought it was, but
he did his. I think it was his shoulder.
But he would have been a big difference. I think in that result if he had played.
But if those first 3 games of the year were away games, and but it was just effort as well. Like against Newcastle, there was so many times there was just no effort from certain players, and then they go, well, Seabold, and then. Now they're playing with effort. They're just turning up. They're working harder.
I think there's a bit there's a difference in their style though. Personally, I think there's.
Oh yeah,
because Seabold.
But it takes time with Fogarty too. Like he's just come to the team, and they expected him in the first 3 rounds.
Seabold hasn't. He's actually got a bad record in general. Like even
I don't rate him as a coach.
Yeah,
but I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for him because
So everything you just said. You don't rate him as a kid.
like
wrong. He's a bad coach.
everywhere he's been, the results speak for themselves. I don't know, but
there was a
the thing that he didn't get right was they didn't want to play for him. I don't think they wanted to play for him.
I don't think
because
so.
you in terms of. Well, he didn't get the group wanting to play together in for him, where foreigners just come in and gone, right, I think, he's changed a few style things, I must say that, the way they go about it, but the effort is there. They're turning up for each other.
Well, I think there's just, and I said this in like a video that I posted recently, like, there are some players that just have this aura and presence about them. Like, in terms of kind of respect, when someone walks in the room, like, Foreign is up there with your Slaters and your Cameron Smiths because like everyone just knows the way he played, and they would have seen his work ethic.
His records.
Yeah, like and he was a captain of New Zealand when he was 23. Like he was, I think there's just some people that just demand respect. You know what I mean?
He's a great speaker. When he was on Fox Sports at the start of the year, the way he just sort of even spoke on there.
Yeah. I think his dad works in like his
Walmart. Was in Walmart CEO before.
There you go. That's crazy.
He's something else.
So he's been around like his
success
and
leadership.
He knows, exactly. So and you can just tell when he talks. It's we talk about standards. Like him and Benji are kind of cut from the same cloth in that sense.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So just happy for the Seagulls. I actually do think I do think that they've got the side and they're playing in a way that if they can be around that 5th, 4th, 6th, 7th maybe, like when Turbo comes back, they could make a he's that's how good Turbo is when he's fit. He can take a club into the top 4.
2 or 3 tries.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He can take like a 6th, 7th, 8th into the top 4.
Yeah.
Like he's good. He's that good. Like I personally, in my opinion, if he never had his injury issues, immortal. He would have been an immortal if he didn't have.
Well,
his
that
injuries.
year, what was it? 2022, 23.
Oh, when he took him dead.
Yeah, just untouchable. Like if he put a few of those seasons back to back.
But he would have been like that every year if he was fit. Every year,
injuries just Even now, like I'm sure, when you do your hemis, you still have a bit of you feel them, and you're a bit more gun shy on really stretching out. So he's probably not hitting his full pace.
Nah, well, he tried to, and that's when he got injured.
Yeah, true.
He actually tried to. You saw him striding. Yeah, like, he's getting confident.
Yeah,
boom, straight away.
Yeah, that's like
no,
someone got him.
But
Sniper.
I'm actually disappointed that he wasn't available for Origin because he makes a difference, man. That guy. You ask Elijah every time he does something on the field. I'm like, this guy makes hard things look easy, man. Always.
He really does.
He takes a hit up. He scores 10 meters out taking a hit up.
Yeah.
That a prop takes, a front
so
rower
big.
takes 10,
I'll never forget
1,000 times a game.
Yeah.
A front rower takes that hit up.
Yeah.
And he's scoring.
I'll never forget a few rounds ago, it was like a moment just clicked in his head. He was like, all right, I'm just going to run the ball over the try line.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab Phineas Crossland and just stroll
and he just strolls in
over
and carries him, bro.
What is this?
Yeah.
Anyways, you heard it here first. If he comes back healthy and they're still competitive, top 4. I honestly reckon. And I said that in that clip before last night's game. So when they played that.
So when we post the clip, it's my fault for the late posting.
So good.
But my dad called.
Let's raise those standards, mate.
Yeah, mate. Okay, just quickly, it won't take too long. We'll just go through the round 10 games and just quickly give us a tip. Broncos versus Tigers, Thursday.
Who?
Broncos versus Tigers?
No,
who you playing?
Tigers have got Melbourne.
Oh no, Tigers got Melbourne. Sorry, can you pull up? I got the wrong games here. I don't know what this is.
That was a test, wasn't it?
That was a test of the the competence.
Because I don't usually do the round. It's Elijah usually yells.
It's me that usually does it. So it's Bulldogs Dolphins first game.
Yeah, I got
Bulldogs
Dolphins to beat Dogs.
Dolphins, yeah.
Oh, Dolphins Bulldogs. Sorry, I got
Dolphins.
Yeah. And then we got Sydney Roosters versus the Gold Coast Titans. At Sydney Roosters.
Yeah.
Roosters.
Oh,
at Sydney Roosters?
I just thought it would make it a bit harder for you.
Okay.
Then we got
away team. Yeah.
Then we got a home game for the Cowboys versus the Eels.
Yeah, Cowboys
Up
there.
I'm with the Cowboys as well. Oh, I could see a Eels upset.
Yeah, they can. They got the team too, but I'm playing it safe. Man, I'm behind them on footy tips. So
Okay, fair enough. And then we got St George Knights.
St George, other team. St George, other team.
Unless St George got together and had some real home truths and said like over the bye weekend. Yeah. I think Knights put a big score on them.
I believe this is going to be a very good game and a high scoring game. Rabbitohs Sharks.
Bunnies,
yeah.
Bunnies.
Just.
Bunnies, yep. And then we got Sea Eagles, Broncos.
Yeah.
At Manly.
4 points. Yeah, I went Manly. I went Manly as well.
Manly. It's going to be a good game too.
Cracker
game. And then even more cracker game, we got Storm Tigers.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I love the boys, but we've got a few out, and I think the Storm are just due, mate. When are they?
Oh, no, Amy Park, right?
Yeah, Amy Park.
Well, this is my last time. This is the last time, man. Storm.
Yeah.
That's it. If they lose, that's it. You're done.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Exactly.
All right, Jared, man. Thanks for
Panthers
today.
Raiders.
Yeah, Mudgee rematch. Raiders
Panthers.
Raiders Panthers. Yeah.
Is that Mudgee?
Nah, it's
Oh.
GIO.
Yeah, that's right. Sunday night.
Panthers.
I just love
tough down there.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh.
Sunday night.
Actually,
GIO.
you know what?
Cold.
I'm gonna go.
Raiders.
That's a tough trip, man.
Wow.
I'm gonna go Raiders.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna go Raiders.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Well, there you have it. That's the tips for round 10.
Yeah, Raiders.
Cool.
All right, Jared, man. Thanks for coming on today.
Thanks, mate.
I think we went a little bit over, maybe an hour 10. Were we? How long did we go?
We were an hour 10.
Hour 10, man. I appreciate you coming on.
No worries, mate.
And we'll see how we go when by the time I think you come on next time, Origin the squad should have been named. So we'll see how close we are.
Yep.
All right, guys, stay blessed.